I think he's a little socially inept. Don't you think that's a little weird to put your feet up at someone else's podcast? Like, he doesn't have his feet up. I don't think he's like...
I hacked your Minecraft account. Your password was easily found. I took your page down. So I never watched H3H3 in his prime, but from what I heard, he used to be really cool, funny, charismatic, original. He used to be this YouTube hegemon among other great creators at the time like iDubbbz and PewDiePie, but as time passed, he ended up abandoning his old audience and shifting his entire content strategy. He quit doing IRL skits, he quit doing edgy humor, he quit collaborating with a lot of YouTubers, and he's also produced some clips with just really questionable takes. You've probably seen that viral clip of him discouraging his audience from going to the gym and working out and being healthy. So in my eyes and a lot of other people's, he's become kind of a lol cow, but when he gets involved in drama and tries to criticize other creators, that's when it really crosses the line from cringe into just ridiculous, which is a line he crossed recently on his podcast where he decided to do an entire podcast segment dedicated to criticizing MrBeast's relationship in a video where MrBeast discussed what he looks for in a potential girlfriend, and the whole time it seemed like Ethan was just grasping at straws to call MrBeast weird or something like that, mischaracterizing a lot of what MrBeast was saying in order to call him sexist. So I want to take a look at that today. But first, this video is sponsored by Aura. Are you tired of constantly receiving spam phone calls to the point where you don't even answer your phone anymore? Data brokers are making a fortune selling your information to robocallers, spammers, and others who want to learn more about you, like where you live. Aura can identify data brokers exposing your info and submit opt-out requests on your behalf. Brokers are legally required to remove your info if you ask them to, but they make it super hard to do. Let Aura handle that for you. Aura also does so much more to protect you and your family from online threats you can't see. It's really easy to get set up so you don't have to download several different apps to get things like parental controls, antivirus, VPN, password management, identity theft insurance, and more. You get everything at one affordable price. Let Aura do the hard work of keeping you safe online so you can focus on other tasks with peace of mind. You can either let people continue to exploit and profit off your private information, or you can go to aura.com/Acheeto to start your 2-week free trial. Big thank you to Aura for sponsoring this video, and let's get back to it.
I'm like the true definition of a nerd. I just need a partner who loves learning, and just wants to improve. For us now, an idea of a date is just to take an IQ test and then study and see if we can get a higher.
Oh, come on, bro.
Ain't no way, bro.
This so far is giving me all the wrong vibes. Oh my god.
This man just said they go on their date is an IQ test.
Yeah, he literally did just say that, Ethan. We watched it happen. You have a really keen ear, picking up the fine details. Look, I understand that taking an IQ test as a date is not romantic. It's a little weird. Not that many people would probably do it. But if you're kind of a geek and so is your partner, what's the issue with nerding out on an IQ test and having fun with that? This is a little different, but I've done online personality tests with girls in the past, like the, Myers-Briggs personality test, girls like that. And there's also so many, slop brain-dead quizzes on the internet, which pizza topping are you? Take these 7 questions to find out. It's dude, these are really stupid. So I find that taking an IQ test maybe is more intellectual and less, I guess, personality based. But if you and your partner are enjoying that, that's cute. You guys bond over that. Have fun. I also feel like it's so weird to specifically call out MrBeast because you find the things he enjoys in the dating world strange, when, especially nowadays, there is so much more weird ass dating content on the internet. There's content of both women and men listing out their dating standards, and the standards are insanely ridiculous. There's alpha male podcasts where the guys say their girlfriend isn't allowed to leave the house and can't ever use her phone. But then you have the girl bosses that do OF that demand their man makes over $2 million a year and takes them across the world. So when I hear MrBeast say, "Oh, me and my girl take IQ tests together," I'm just okay, that's whatever.
And also, I feel he seems very judgmental already. By the way he created this list, she needs to want to learn and do stuff because otherwise she's lazy or something.
We're just fighting demons here. He never said that. We watched the same clip. MrBeast, I want my girlfriend to be smart and love learning. H3 podcast. Whoa, dude, that's super judgmental. You're saying if your girlfriend doesn't like learning, she's lazy and you're just judgmental.
If I can be maybe generous to Beast, I think he's a little socially inept.
Look, man, all I'm gonna say is I don't know if Ethan Klein is allowed to say someone else seems socially awkward. Okay, but let's leave Ethan out of this. Let me ask you a question. Do you think it would be likely for MrBeast to reach 220 million subscribers on YouTube if he genuinely came across as socially inept? Don't answer out loud. Just, you get the idea.
And so, like, if he wasn't MrBeast, he said himself he has trouble connecting with women. I don't think he really understands. I don't think he really understands how to talk to women at all. And so
we are watching a man grasp at straws in real time, dude. Like, oh my god. He literally said, hey, this cute date that I do with my girlfriend, something we'll do is we'll just take an IQ test. And he's like, dude, holy crap. This guy can't talk to women. I've seen Ethan pull this card so many times. He did this when Pokimane was getting criticized. He said, if you criticize Pokimane and you're a man, women don't like you. You're a basement-dwelling, lonely, insecure loser. It's just like, dude, what are you talking about? And now he tries to play the same Yu-Gi-Oh card against MrBeast, and it's just not working. Dude's using Flamethrower on a water-type Pokemon. Like, it's just not gonna happen, my friend.
He's built a world where he can make sense of it. I don't know.
If there was like self-awareness of that, then I would be more open to hearing it. But there's no self-awareness of anything of that kind.
Yeah, because I feel like when you go
okay, now who is this person? Who is this person? Are we just gonna have the whole room go around sharing their takes about MrBeast's dates that he does with his girlfriend?
Or you go into like meeting anybody, you do have these lists, and like they can't be as full-fledged as his are. It's just the way he's speaking about it is like...
Well, before they even went on a date, he's like, hold on, B-word. We got to do some stuff.
We gotta put you through the ringer.
Put you through the ringer, you hear?
Yeah, again, with the whole fighting demons thing, we're watching it happen in real time. He's painting MrBeast as being like this misogynist. He's like, hey, all I'm gonna say is that if you have to pretend someone you're criticizing is saying something in order to criticize them, maybe they're not worthy of criticism, or maybe you should just rethink the way you're approaching this. Now, if I'm being charitable to Ethan here, maybe he thought that was hilarious, laugh out loud, funny, but you can kind of tell he doesn't like MrBeast, so he is still painting a narrative with this.
Like, I love it, and I love watching documentaries.
Also, this man has his feet up on someone else's podcast.
Okay, dude, just give it up at this point. Like, are we seriously pointing out the position of his legs? I guarantee you MrBeast walked in there, and the host was like, make yourself comfortable. And so he did. This went from MrBeast is sexist to he positions his legs in a way that I personally don't like. Are you f***ing kidding me?
That's part of my problem. Like, the whole body language is not giving me like any self-awareness of like, I'm not perfect, but I will.
Okay, what? His body language is telling you he doesn't realize he's not perfect. Are you... What?
Hold on, don't you think that's a little weird to put your feet up at someone else's podcast? Like, he doesn't have his feet up.
I don't know, maybe he did at some point.
Like, we'll go by...
Why's he got a laptop?
Oh yeah, God forbid MrBeast uses technology in the 21st century. Actually unbelievable criticisms.
2 books, we'll read it and like quiz each other. Absolute nerd. I'm a fucking nerd, but that's what I needed. Someone like that. Okay. Yeah. And it's like very hard to find someone like that. That's also like obviously very beautiful.
Hot. Yeah.
Yeah, usually they're fucking ugly as hell.
Oh my God.
Usually smart girls are ugly as fuck. I don't think he really knows what he's saying.
Again, not what he said at all. He literally said it's hard to find a girl that's extremely beautiful and extremely smart. Obviously, 1 out of every 100 girls will be the prettiest, right? And 1 out of 100 girls will also be the smartest. Yeah, the chance that both of those criteria will be met by the same woman is very rare. And MrBeast is just saying that in order, to find someone who is that, is gonna be hard. And you could say that MrBeast is being picky here and that his standards are too high, but, and I'm gonna say it, and I'm prepared to read all the comments that say I'm meat riding MrBeast and I'm simping for MrBeast, but he is MrBeast, okay? I mean, he's literally 220 million subscribers, net worth over $1 billion, household name, S-tier celebrity at this point. I'm sorry, but he does get to have high standards when he's, who he is. He's 24 years old and doesn't have to work another day for the rest of his life. His kids don't have to work another day for the rest of their lives. And what, someone like that just can't have high standards? Like, dude.
I think what I'm saying, I don't think he's like, I don't know, Hila, I'm trying.
I'm not trying. I don't give a fuck.
You're not gonna win $1 million at this rate.
Yeah, I wasn't going to. He doesn't give it to sweet girls like Rosanna.
Oh, come on, Ethan. You made your bed, now lie in it. Like, you did this entire segment roasting Mr. Beast. You called him socially inept. You called him awkward, said he doesn't like women. But you have the audacity to be like, well, I'm not trying to be a Beast hater. Dude, yes, you are. I think it's so wild that Ethan is behaving this way, too, because he has literally hosted Mr. Beast on his podcast before, the same podcast that he's using to now insult him. But I guess now that Mr. Beast is like a huge celebrity and has kind of ascended YouTube status, that now even though they have a previous relationship, it doesn't matter because he's like super famous and no longer needs to be treated with like basic human decency. So there's also this video where Mr. Beast drove 3,000 miles to get the world's best burger with H3H3. I don't know if they drove for the entire period of the 3,000 miles together, but they must have spent a lot of time together to make this video. So I don't want to overanalyze why H3 is criticizing Mr. Beast, but something tells me because they've known each other for 5 years and maybe they don't talk as much anymore, that might be part of it. Maybe he's jealous that Mr. Beast is so successful and he's kind of like fallen off. I don't know what the reasoning might be and I don't want to sit here and theorize, but it just seems so bizarre that someone who's known each other for half a decade would just randomly start backstabbing him on a podcast in front of thousands of people, you know? Anyway, let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments below, and I'll see you guys all next time. Peace.